Today we're gonna do more Town Hall 12 Dragon strategies. Starting with Queen Charge Dragons. Here we're gonna take out the Town Hall with our Queen and the CC, and then unleash the dragons from this side. Let's begin. We'll deploy the Queen, Super Barbarians for funneling. I'd like to take out that Archer Tower for a good funnel, so we'll deploy some balloons, the healers of the Queen, and our Queen should eventually move on towards that Town Hall. She is also in charge of dealing with the CC in this case, but it is not always necessary. We'll poison the enemy CC, raise our Queen, and the Queen will be able to deal with that in a few seconds. Let's start our King on the bottom side. We'll deploy the King and cut his pathing with a Super Barbarian. The Queen is almost done, and she has taken out her primary target. Okay, now we can start the dragons. Let's just use them on this side first. Let them clamp in. I want them to follow a narrow pathing, and we'll deploy the Warden and the rest of the balloons. We have the Slammer. I'll be holding on to that for a while. Our healers are getting targeted, but the Queen is under relatively low fire, so we don't have to worry about that much. Also, it is okay if the healers die out at this point. We'll use the Warden ability, protect the dragons and the balloons, freeze that Inferno, rage again. Our healers are getting targeted, but the Queen has already done her job. Freeze it again, and we still have got one rage remaining, so let's use that. We have raised the dragons quite a bit in this attack. We'll have to freeze that final compartment and use the Queen ability on that air defense. That will definitely fast up the process a lot. We have Yetis in the clan castle this time, but you can definitely have air troops in that. The only threat remaining to this strategy is that multi. I was really willing to swag my Stone Slimmer, but I don't think that was the case. There's only a single dragon remaining, but even with that, the strategy has really overpowered this phase. The multi will be the last defense to fall, and with that, we will pick up the third star. This strategy works really well. You'll just have to cut the pathing of the dragons pretty narrow. We are about to do dragons with the Super Minion Blimp. Here we can make funnel on both the sides and charge the dragons along with the blimp from this side. Let's begin the funneling over on this side first with Minion and a baby dragon. Over on this side, let's take out that Archer Tower and that Wizard Tower with rocket balloons. We will need a total of 3 and they will get the job done. Also break that gold mine with a sneaky goblin. Then it's time to deploy the heroes. The King and the Queen on this side. They will move on and make a good funnel. Let's use early King ability that will push the Queen inside. And over on this side, have that Minion with a baby dragon. The funnel is going quite well. The Queen has moved in, and with that, our funnel has been formed. From the inside, we will be able to take out that Wizard Tower and even that Eagle Artillery. We don't have much time, so we will need to start the dragons in a few seconds. We're gonna pop the Queen ability, and then let's start the dragons. Dragons, a few balloons, dragons, balloons, and then the Grand Warden. Let's also deploy the blimp, and we will have to catch the blimp inside the Warden ability. That's right now. That also saved it from that Seeking Air mine. We're gonna let it sail quite far, open it, and then make it invisible. With that, we will be able to take out the Town Hall, the single target Inferno Tower, and also that multi. I also froze that, but that was not necessary. And we have got a lot of spells left. Let's use them. Freeze that air defense. We also have got super minions left. That's not the usual case. Let's freeze more, and we will be able to freeze one more time. Now we have got one invisibility spell left. There's not much of a use of that, because we have got a lot of troops left. The Minion and the Archer up top are also helping the cleanup. The King is left, but since he is a ground targeting hero, he will be not much of a threat to our air troops, and we will be swagging our invisibility spell at the end. This one takes a little bit of time, and I have time fade with this strategy, but if you have deployed all the troops in time, then you should be fine. Also, I could have made that King invisible and saved a few seconds, right? Yeah, well, I will be swagging it then. Now we're gonna use the Super Archer Blimp. This one is a little bit hard to pull off. We'll deploy the Super Archer Blimp right there, trim the section with our heroes, and then charge the dragons from this side. This one is hard because we invest all of our spells in the Super Archer Blimp. Let's deploy a Lava Hound, then the Blimp that will tank. Let's freeze that Air Sweeper. We will let the Blimp close in, and then we will open it manually, make it invisible, rage it, double clone it, and then one after another make all the Super Archers invisible and get as much value as possible. This is the hardest part. Now, if we get a lot of value out of it, then the strategy is successful. If not, then we will end up with a 1 star. Seems like we got enough value out of it. let's start making a funnel on this side. We will use sneaky goblins. If that's not the case for you, you can also use super barbarians. I want the electro dragon on my heroes, so let's deploy giants, and then the king, and finally the queen. That will eliminate that electro dragon. Funnel has been made, the heroes will move on to that side. So let's make more funnel here with the electro dragon and a dragon. I think I could have used a baby dragon here, that would have been better option, but it's too late for that now. The queen will eliminate that electro dragon, and now it's time to deploy all the dragons, the balloons, and the Grand Warden. The only thing that is left for us is to use the Warden ability that we're gonna use to protect our dragons from the town hall. The super archers must have damaged that town hall, so that will fall pretty soon. And that's about it. Now we are coasting towards the 3rd star. We have got enough value out of our blimp, and that has set this attack for the triple. Fortunately, the queen will remain on the outside, and she will collect a little bit of trash buildings before falling, so the cleanup will go a little bit more smoothly. The electro dragon now is pretty much useless, because it's not getting enough chains. The dragons are already eliminating the targets. So the best thing it could do is tank. I think it will be in that position in a bit. And seems like an easy day. Although let me remind you, if you don't get enough value out of your blimp, then you will most probably fail. This time we're gonna do a kill squad. Firstly, we will charge the kill squad from this side, take out this compartment, blimp drop that inferno, and charge the dragons from this side. Let's begin with the golem and take out some of the structures with super barbarians, the king. Let's start breaking the walls. We will also deploy the queen here. This will take a little bit of time, but shouldn't take too long. Let's break that wall completely. We don't have super wall breakers in this one because they are not absolutely necessary, but if you want, then you can have them. King will go in. The queen is not 100% sure yet. Let's deploy the Valkyrie. She is going out. The witch. The remaining super barbarians. The queen should go in. She is responsible for the eagle artillery. The queen is going back. So we can start making a funnel on the opposite side. This time we have a baby dragon for that. Use the king ability. Time for the blimp drop. We're gonna test for black air mines first. It seems okay. So we're gonna deploy the blimp. We'll drop that over the expo. That should be able to take care of the air defense and that inferno. We don't have any crazy inside this time. This is just a Yeti bomb and barbarians as spacer troops. Okay, over on this side, the heroes have got their targets down. Now it's time to deploy the dragons. Balloons. We'll deploy one dragon here. That will make the funnel a little bit better, which was not completed by the baby dragon. And finally the warden. Now, we have got a lot of spells this time. We'll start with the rage spell. The CC was empty this time, but even if there was something, I would have carried a poison spell, and the queen would have been able to take that out easily. We'll get ready with the freezes. Let's freeze that air sweep up and use the warden ability here. Another rage spell. Push the troops to the town hall. We have got more rage spell remaining. I'll be holding on to that for a bit. The town hall will fall, and with that, we have collected the 2nd star. Let's deploy that final rage right there and freeze that air defense. We have got extra troops. We'll need to deploy the minion somewhere. Let's fast up the cleanup up there. We have got more freezes that we can swag. But let's, for the sake of the video, freeze that archer tower. And once it comes out of that, we will freeze that again. Now I used the blimp just to get that inferno tower down. Maybe balloons could have done a better job as compared to the Yetis. But that's pretty base specific. The Grand Warden is tanking that archer tower. The dragons will eventually come back to that and take it out. At this point, the Warden aura is not necessary because this looks already in the bag. But for a faster cleanup, you might want to have some extra balloons for the back end. The key to the strategy is the kill squad part. If you get good value out of it, then you are set for the 3rd star. With that, we have got the triple. This was Dragons at Town Hall 12. If you want to see more Town Hall 12 Dragon strategies that are strong, then check out this video. And before we end this video, I would like to thank King Poppy, FVM Buddy, Manu, King Caves, Itachi, and Illwill for sending me the friend request. And if you would like to do the same, then this is my player ID.